Hello students, welcome back to the session on plant layout. In previous sessions we have discussed three different classifications of plant layout, which is fixed, process and product layout. So each has its own advantages and disadvantages with respect to the layout. Okay, so let's see what cellular plant layout is all about and how and for what industries it is suitable. So it is a manufacturing system based on the recognition of similarities in products and geometry and size and materials and processing requirements. So based on this classifications, they do group instead of treating them individuals. So first, as a manufacturing system, this system will recognize the similarities of products being produced in such as geometric ability or say size, materials and processing requirements as machines. So based on that, they would create groups collectively considering the products. So say example, they have a products A, B and C. So somewhere the tools and the machineries would involved in the production of these three products would be similar, but somewhere uh, if we use this one say 4 or 5 machines producing three different products, again adopting the different changes according to the product, that would consume more time. So if we differentiate the process for three different products based on the requirements and segregating the similarities or recognizing them and making collectively making them into a group and producing them. So these groups being created are called as cells. So the here we create cells based on the similarities of a production process and the materials being used in a product. So then those cells are called, so then those groups are called as cells. So let's understand a better way with the help of okay, these cells are dedicated to produce similar products or a family of products, sorry, family of parts. So here we'll understand better with the help of this diagram or say a picture. So we have a cell 1 for product A and cell 2 for product B, cell 3 for product C. So we have three different products. Somewhere they would need a similar kind of investments or say tools used in production way. Generally these cells will be created in the form of C. Okay. So here we see the tools 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5 being used according to the requirement of the product. So here at the same time we are producing three different products at three different assembly lines rather than depending on one single assembly line to product all three different, as such we do in the batch system. So here if we differentiate in this way, we can increase the volumes being produced at the same time with three different products. So it helps us producing more number of volumes and to diversify or say to produce more number of products in a very short time. So here we can see three different cells being created with three different products using the same tools. Okay, the required tools which is much needed in different. See now we can see here tool 2 is used for all these three products. So tool 5 is being used for all these products. So here using the tools available and the machines available or the materials available for the three different products, we use and we create one group of assembly which is called as cell in order to produce the different products. So here in simple way, we need to identify the products being produced and the recognition of similarities among the different products being identified, and they will be created in terms of group. Those grouped are referred as cells. So depending upon the similarities, the cells would be created in order to produce goods. This is what is about the cellular plant layout. Okay, so as such, every plant layout has its own advantages and disadvantages. Even this system would carry its advantages and disadvantages. Okay, so here, reduced material handling and transit time. So as we have, see, if an example, if there are four different, we saw in a previous picture, there are five different tools. So somewhere, product, if I'll just go back to the previous slide, see here, see if we observe, to produce to produce product A, there are four tools required. To produce B, there are four machines required or four tools required. So somewhere the machinery handling, see, now if I have to produce, say, considering this image bag, see, if I have to produce product B, if I'm put up all these products or all these five tools at the same sequence, so unnecessary one additional set or unnecessary one additional machine would be added for product B. Now I have a separate assembly line for particularly product B. So one process or one tool is eliminated or one machine being eliminated here. So such way, by doing in this cell system, we can reduce the material handling system and the transit time of material movement during the production process. So moving ahead, so reduced setup time. So to in order to set up the prep in terms of production plan, so it is quite less in terms of this plant layout. So reduced work in process inventory, so we have set up a cells who can produce it at a faster pace in respect to the different products. So the work in process with respect to the materials are quite reduced in cellular plant layout. So moving ahead, better use of human resources. So we have different cells being created, so the available workforce would be utilized at optimum range. So optimum by so if depending upon the requirement of cells, so the human resource would be allocated accordingly, so you can use the human resource at an optimum level. So better scheduling, easy to control and automate. So we have the different cells or assembly lines created for each product. So it's better scheduling. So we don't need to wait for to product A to be completed in order to produce B. Both the both the products are being produced simultaneously. So scheduling production and controlling the systems would be very easier when compared to all other systems. So less floor space required. So we can decide upon the assembly lines depending upon the requirements rather than setting up it as a whole. So now as we compared production A and product A and product B have similarities in terms of production, but somewhere product B is less tools required in order to produce goods. So we can set up a simple assembly line which is only four tools were required in order to produce product B. So this way we can use less floor space required. So reduce direct labor. So somewhere we have an assembly line sequentially organized in order to produce specific products. So somewhere the direct labor involvement is quite less in this system. So heightened sense of employee participation. See, now we have multiple cells being created with respect to the different products. So the family or the part of the family product. So somewhere we see, so if say example, if I am producing product A as 100 and product B as 50, so somewhere if I see the idle time with respect to human resource, I can shift the employees to product A in order to complete this process at an earlier time. So somewhere you can the employee participation make at a higher sense, or you can utilize at a higher level with respect to your human resource. So increased use of equipment and machinery. So here, as we see an assembly line design which gives us a high volume, so somewhere it helps the the optimization of optimum use of equipment and machinery can be achieved. Reduced investments on machineries and equipments. So here we can see it is investments with respect to machineries and equipments are less. So the same way we have certain disadvantages. Let's look into the disadvantages. Sometimes cell may not be formed because of the inadequate part families. Sometimes cell may not be formed because inadequate of part families. Say somewhere now I'm producing product A and product B. Somewhere we feel the tools are not sufficient in order to frame a different cells. So that is an inadequacy in terms of being framing different cells. So this is an quite a disadvantage with respect to cellular plant layout. Some cells may have high volume of production and others are low. The result is poorly balanced cell. As I was discussing in terms of advantages, so it is not necessary that for all the products we have the same demand. So somewhere the production is also impact has an impact with respect to demand. So that balance is not, that you see an imbalance in terms of comparing the different cells of our production unit. So, okay, moving ahead, we have when volume of production changes, the number of workers is adjusted and workers are reassigned to the various cells. To cope with this type of rearrangement, the workers must be multi skilled and cross trained. So, as I told, we have a different cells being framed, but somewhere if we see the imbalance with respect to the production of different cells or assembly lines, we have to shift our human resource in order to balance the production process. So this rearrangements or shifting, assigning the works of with respect to different cells would require high skilled labors, and it has to be crossed. The employees has to be cross trained. So somewhere it involves cost aspect of production. So our employees has to be multi skilled and they have to be cross trained with the different cells being introduced or established in our manufacturing industry. Sometimes machineries are duplicated in different cells. This increased capital investment. So if I go back to, okay, in the previous picture we observed that um, product A is also assigned assembled with five different machines. At the same time, somewhere one or two machines is replicated in the cell two also. So here this creates a duplication of machines. Somewhere it increases the capital investment of manufacturing in unit as well. Okay, issues like placement of bottleneck machines are needed to be addressed during cell formation. So bottleneck machines has to be fixed somewhere in order to identify if any bottleneck situations or congestions during the process of production, that has to be addressed during the cell formation. So you have to the different cell formations to be done. So this has to be done on each and every cell basis. Okay. Machines may require their own individual stocks of materials. So again, see, when we have a different individual stock to be maintained in terms of materials, that would add in terms of material handling cost as well. Inadequacies in employee education, training, and involvement could come in way of proper implementation. So inadequacies is in terms of education of employees and training involvement could be a barrier in terms of proper implement. Like we have the system or we can reassign the work of different cells with our to our employees. So somewhere that is a barrier in terms of proper implementation of cell system. So as we have, so these are the few advantages and disadvantages with respect to cellular plant layout, which is what we discussed in this session. Okay, let's see. This plant would be suitable for a single product in large volumes. One of the products, production of several varieties, and products with similar features made in batches. Large variety of products in large volume. So this is how this cellular plant layout would be suitable in this production, or say the product being having different features made in batches and large variety of products in large volumes and a single product in large volumes. So such industries would be suitable or can be adopted with this system, or say or a layout of production system or a plant layout.